What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our channel, and today we're going to be taking you around the globe from our kitchen.
Our next stop is the city of brotherly love. That's right, Philadelphia.
Philly, baby.
And we're going to be making Philadelphia's famous Philly cheesesteak. Okay guys, so I want to give you a little background of how the Philly cheesesteak came about. It all came about when a man named Pat, who owned a hot dog stand in Philadelphia, decided that he did not want to eat hot dogs anymore.
Want to try something new.
Yeah, and I can definitely relate. Hot dogs get tiresome really quickly. Yeah. And so, because he was tired of eating hot dogs, he sent his worker down to the butcher shop and told him to get whatever straps of meat he can find. His worker came back, and he came back with beef. And so, Pat took that steak, put it on the grill, chopped it up, and then threw it on a hot dog bun. And a man who was in the cab
smelled the aroma. And he pulled up to the stand, and he asked him where he can get whatever he was having. He wanted to know what it was that he was eating that smelled so delicious. So he told him. He ended up splitting it with him. I'm not sure if he paid him for it or they just split it, and he really liked it. So that's pretty much the history of the Philadelphia cheesesteak. And since the Philadelphia cheesesteak is so big in Philly, and we're taking you all around the globe from our kitchen, we're gonna teach you how to do your own authentic version of the Philly cheesesteak from the comfort of your own kitchen. So we hope y'all enjoy this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And
hit that notification bell to be notified when we post a new one.
And y'all know what time it is now.
Let's cook.
Let's cook. This recipe is fairly simple. We're only going to need a few ingredients. The main ingredient is going to be your ribeye steak. You're also going to need a whole white onion, provolone cheese or cheese whiz. That's truly your preference. And hoagie rolls or any rolls of bread you can find at your local market. And today we're going to be using fresh bread because that's all our market had. First, we're going to dice our onion. You don't have to dice them, you can slice them, but we prefer them diced. Before we begin to slice our steak, we want to cut off any excess chunks of fat on the outer portion of our steak. Now we're going to cut up our ribeye. Remember to place your steak in the freezer for about 45 minutes so it can be partially frozen when you're ready to slice it, because it makes it easier to cut your steak thinly, and you want your steak to be pretty thin. Now that our steaks are cut up, we can cut our bread down the middle, but make sure you don't cut too deeply into the bread because we want to create a pocket. We're going to heat our griddle with olive oil and then throw our onions on once it's hot enough. We're going to caramelize our onions. When they're done, they should look translucent with a brown tint. Once our onions are done, we're going to remove them and add more oil to our skillet, and it's time for the main event. Now we're going to add our ribeye. Mix it around a few times until it's browned or about medium well. Take our scraper and our spatula and break the meat up some so it can be a bit thinner. We're going to sprinkle a bit of salt on top of our steak. It's optional, you don't have to do it, but we do suggest if you're using cheese whiz not to use too much salt because it tends to be salty. Then we're gonna place our onions on top and mix it all up. Now we're gonna line our steak and onion up for our sandwich, and we're gonna place our provolone cheese on top, and the smoke and heat from this griddle is gonna melt that cheese quickly. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and take it off the griddle and put onto our bread. Now that's a Philly cheesesteak. This French braid is big enough for two, so we're just gonna cut it down the middle. Look at that cheese and that steak. Hey everybody, so the Philly cheesesteak is done, and y'all know what time it is now. It's time to eat.
I am hungry.
I'm starving.
Yeah, I haven't eaten all day.
It smells really delicious, like it's.
Yeah. The caramelized onions and the steak. Oh my goodness.
Alright, that's enough talking because our food gonna get cold. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we post a new one.
And let us know if y'all tried this recipe. We out.